Hey YouTube, New York Half-Ass Prepper here. Coming at you tonight with a review of the Tennessee Arms Polymer Strip Blower Receiver. I picked up a few of these just to try them out and see how they were. To get them in my hands. And here they are. Here's an example of the flat dark earth. As you can see, it's actually a pretty good match to the Magpul flat dark earth as far as color goes. And this is the OD green. Those are the only two colors that they had in stock. They did not have black. I asked for black. They didn't have it. So anyway, this is the setup. It comes with this screw in here. These are actually hybrid strip blowers. If you pull this screw out, you'll see that there's a brass insert that's get in there. There's a brass insert that's pressed into. I don't know how they get it in there, if they press it in afterwards or if it's in part of the molding process. There's another one here for the receiver extension. What's the pros on it? It's got the built-in extended or enhanced trigger guard. Whatever, I forget what Magpul calls that. I usually like to put them on my builds because it looks cool, and I don't really get out that often in the winter with gloves on, but it does look cool, and if I do, it facilitates a gloved hand. Overall, the fit and finish is pretty good. I'm satisfied with it. It did require all the parts went into this like butter. No problem. Nothing required fitting. The only thing that needed a little cleaning up was right in here. This section right in here needed a little bit of cleaning up because when you put the pistol grip on there, or if I'm in New York, the alternative to the pistol grip on there, then it was a little bit tight, so it needed a little bit of cleaning up. But there is one major problem with this, and you can see if it affects you or not. This hole in here for the, if I can get the light just right on that, for the buffer retainer, the pin and the spring go in there. That hole is drilled in the wrong spot. It's a 1/16 of an inch too far forward towards the front of the gun. So what happens is, if you decide to put an A2 or an A1 style receiver extension, or any other setup that looks like this, that has this little lip on here, then it won't thread far enough in for this edge to catch the buffer retainer. If you use the carbine style buffers, it's no problem because you could just thread it in as much as you want because there's no, they don't have the lip. But this, you're fixed. You can only thread it in so far. Now, if you go into a regular aluminum blower, that is going to, if it's machined correctly, it's in spec, it's going to go in perfect and it's going to catch the buffer retainer. This one does not. So we call the manufacturer. I had my dealer that I got these from call them up at Tennessee Arms, and they actually said on the phone to take some sandpaper and sand off a 1/16 of an inch right here if you're going to use this kind of receiver extension. Now, if you do this, I suggest that you use a like a block sander or something that's flat so you keep it all straight. But if you're going to use one of these, you should just get this. If you're going to use a carbine style or something else, then this will be satisfactory. And just feeling this now, there's a couple little, like, mold marks, a couple little rough spots, but nothing that's going to stop me from building out this lower. And you're all concerned with why would you even bother with a polymer lower? For the weight savings and the cost savings. They are $55 versus $90 locally. I have seen these for $79 plus tax, but they're always out of stock. If I go to my one gun store that's always got them in stock, guaranteed, anytime, day or night, it's $90 plus tax, $89 plus tax. These guys came in at $55 shipped, and since I'm buying it and I'm just paying for a transfer, I don't pay the sales tax on it. So you put this up, put it on a scale. It's 5.3 ounces. You put the aluminum guy on the scale, and that's 8.1. And it would probably be a little bit more because you'd have to put this um, trigger guard because this is already installed. So it would be a little slightly more. So that's it. There's my review of the Tennessee Arms. It's a lightweight, low-cost polymer hybrid strip low receiver. They're in spec for the most part, with the exception of this buffer retainer hole, and that's really only relevant if you're using one of these. In New York, we have to have fixed stocks or pin stocks or whatever. So we're gonna have to figure out something creative to do here to get that thing to catch that buffer pin. But other than that, all the parts went in there beautifully. The trigger group, these holes are in spec. Everything went in fine. Even these little tiny holes up here. All these parts went in like butter. Didn't require any fitting, or even some of the older ATI ones you had to shave a little bit of plastic. Nothing on this. And the colors are pretty good. It's a pretty good match to the Magpul. I've seen worse matches on aftermarket grips and stuff, but I'm happy with the color. The OD green is a little funky. I don't have anything OD green to put it up against. But they're good. It'll get you by. It's acceptable. It'll get you through. And for the price, I think it's a good value. It's not as good as the old, the hell were they, Plum Crazy for $39 or whatever, $37 they were selling them for. But I haven't seen those in a while. So this is, I guess, the new Mac Daddy on the block. And hopefully we'll get some shooting of these. And maybe even since I bought a bunch of these, maybe we'll even do a little durability test on one of them. A little destructive testing. I always like that. So that's it. I'm out.